Well, there you have it, folks. Max Pacioretty is no longer the captain of the Montreal Canadiens, and that is because he was traded to the Vegas Golden Knights in return for right-handed center prospect Nick Suzuki, who was drafted in round 1 of the 2017 draft at 13th overall, as well as Tomas Tatar, a 20-goal scorer, formerly of the Detroit Red Wings, and a second-round pick in the 2019 draft, which originally belonged to the Columbus Blue Jackets. First and foremost, I want to wish Max Pacioretty the best in Vegas. I'm looking forward to continuing watching his career there, and I hope he can get back to the elite level of goal scoring that he is capable of. I also want to thank him for all the memories he's given me and my family, as well as many other Habs fans. He was a great leader, a great captain, and a great role model for the city of Montreal. Now that said, I am quite shocked because I was convinced Max would start the season with Montreal, and I say that because of what happened last season and him not having a very good year. I didn't think an offer would come in that was up to Marc Bergevin's standards. However, lo and behold, there came GM George McPhee with a very impressive offer, and Marc Bergevin pulled the trigger, and he deserves a ton of credit for how he's handled this situation. He was patient and methodical, and he did not let outside sources influence how he handled the situation. He dealt with all the heat from the media and the fans, and he ended up getting a very fair return for Max Pacioretty. Nick Suzuki is an incredibly impressive center prospect, and it's important to note that he is right-handed. It is very hard to find potentially elite right-handed centers. The Habs had none in their prospect pool, and now they have one, and that is very exciting. Nick Suzuki is 5'11", 185, and described as a tenacious player who reads plays very fast and is ahead of the plays a lot of the time. He's a hybrid type player with potentially elite goal scoring and playmaking ability. He scored 100 points in 64 games last year for the Owen Sound attack. Now, it is also quite likely that he'll be one of Canada's best players at the upcoming World Junior Championship. So that's now 4 top 6 center prospects the Habs will have playing for their respective countries at the upcoming World Junior Championships. Poehling for the United States, Kotkaniemi for Finland, Suzuki for Canada, and Olofsson for Sweden. It's going to be a very exciting World Junior Championship for the Montreal Canadiens. Now, with Max Pacioretty leaving, the Habs are losing some goal scoring in the short term, but that's why Tomas Tatar was included in the deal. He's a respectable 20-goal scorer with a very impressive shot, and he's a very good finisher on the power play. In the last 4 seasons, he scored at least 20 or more goals. He had a short stint with the Vegas Golden Knights, and it wasn't that great, but last year, despite having a rough season, he still put up his 20 goals. He's 27 years old, and I don't see why he cannot score 20 to 30 goals next season for the Montreal Canadiens. And a second-round pick, you can't have enough of those. To go along with a very impressive prospect pool, the Habs also have 10 picks for the 2019 draft. All in all, I think this was a great trade. I think it was good timing for Montreal and Max Pacioretty to part ways, and this trade was made with the future of the team kept in mind. Marc Bergevin was asked numerous times at the Montreal Canadiens official charity golf tournament on Monday whether or not he's rebuilding, and he was firm in saying that this is a team that is not rebuilding. He believes they can be competitive right away as soon as this season because they have strong pillars in the organization already with Carey Price and Shea Weber, as well as a core of players who are mostly all under 25 years old with a ton of offensive potential. It's going to be a very fun season for the Montreal Canadiens. There will be no distractions straight out of the gate. They can start with a clean slate, and right at the start of training camp there will be some interesting stories and possibly some spots available open on the roster for the younger players to prove that they deserve. For example, it's going to be interesting to watch guys like Jesperi Kotkaniemi and our new prospect Nick Suzuki and see if they can earn a spot on the team. So let me know what you think in the comments. I think it was a great trade. Do you? And if you like my videos, please subscribe, and you can follow me on Twitter at Scotian Canadian. Training camp is just 2 days away. Go Habs, go baby! Woo!